I get this BS all the time. The 2020 election was stolen because 51 former intelligence officials signed on to a letter they knew was a lie about Hunter Biden's laptop. The FBI has known all along that the laptop was genuine and that it implicated Joe Biden. The 2020 election was stolen. That is in reference to about October 12th, 2020, under the banner headline, Biden secret emails. The New York Post reported that it was given a copy of Hunter Biden's laptop hard drive by President Donald Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, who was working with Russian intelligence at the time, who said he got it from a repair shop owner in Delaware who had alerted the FBI, who then subpoenaed a copy of the hard drive themselves. But the key allegation in every single one of these comments, because these Gomers don't read past a headline, is that 51 former intelligence officials signed a letter on October 19th, 2020, saying the Hunter Biden laptop story is fake. So I printed the letter. It was very easy for me to find online. Let's see what the letter says. We are individuals who see Russia as one of our nation's primary adversaries. All of us have an understanding of the wide range of Russian overt and covert activities that undermine U.S. national security, with some of us knowing Russian behavior intimately as we work to defend our nation against it for a career. A few of us worked against Russian information operations in the United States in the last several years. Perhaps most important, each of us believes deeply that American citizens should determine the outcome of elections, not foreign governments. It is for all these reasons that we write to say that the arrival on the U.S. political scene of emails purportedly belonging to Vice President Biden's son Hunter, much of it related to his time serving on the board of a Ukrainian gas company, Burisma, has all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. We want to emphasize that we do not know if the emails provided by the New York Post by President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, are genuine or not, and we do not have evidence of Russian involvement. Just our experience makes us deeply suspicious that the Russian government played a significant role in this case. If we are right, this is Russia trying to influence how Americans vote in this election, and we believe strongly that Americans need to be aware of this. There are a number of factors that make us suspicious of Russian involvement. Such an operation would be consistent with Russian objectives as outlined publicly and recently by the intelligence community, including by the Senate Intelligence Committee in 2020, which was run by Republican Marco Rubio at the time, which found Russian collusion between Russia and Donald Trump's 2016 campaign. Republicans found that. To create political chaos in the United States and to deepen political divisions here, but also to undermine the candidacy for former Vice President Biden and thereby help the candidacy of President Trump. Just like Russia did in 2016 when Trump was running against Hillary Clinton, as is detailed in great detail in Volume 1 of Robert Mueller's report. Such an operation would be consistent with some of the key methods Russia has used in its now multi-year operation to interfere in our democracy: the hacking via cyber operations and the dumping of accurate information or the distribution of inaccurate information. Russia did both of these during the 2016 presidential election, judgments shared by U.S. intelligence. Such an operation is also consistent with several data points. The Russians, according to media reports and cybersecurity experts, targeted Burisma late last year for cyber hacking and gained access to its emails. And Ukrainian politician and businessman Andrei Derkach, identified and sanctioned by U.S. Treasury Department for being a 10-year Russian agent interfering in the 2020 election, passed purported materials on Burisma and Hunter Biden to Giuliani. Andre Derkach was one of the star witnesses for James Comer and Jim Jordan's impeachment committee. He's now under indictment for lying to the FBI and working with Russian intelligence. Our view that the Russians are involved in the Hunter Biden email issue is consistent with two other significant data points as well. According to the Washington Post, citing 4 sources, U.S. intelligence agencies warned the White House last year while Donald Trump was president, and he was president when all of this happened in October 2020. U.S. intelligence agencies warned the White House last year that Rudy Giuliani was the target of an influence operation by Russian intelligence. In addition, the media reports say that the FBI has now opened an investigation into Russian involvement in this case. Again, we do not know whether these press reports are accurate, but they do suggest concern within executive branch departments and agencies that mirror ours. It is high time that Russia stops interfering in our democracy. That letter was also signed by over a dozen Trump administration intelligence officials. Nowhere in this letter does it say anything about Hunter Biden's laptop. Nowhere in this letter does it say that Hunter Biden's laptop is fake. These are former intelligence officials who don't have the power to order anyone to do anything. It was Donald Trump's FBI. It was Donald Trump's DOJ because Donald Trump was still president. Donald Trump's FBI had a copy of the hard drive from Hunter Biden's laptop in December of 2019, 11 months before Election Day 2020. Please explain to me how Hunter Biden's laptop caused the 2020 election to be stolen when Donald Trump was in president. He was the president. He was in charge of the intelligence community. He was in charge of the Department of Justice. He was in charge of the FBI, who had a copy of the laptop for 11 months before Election Day. Who exactly stole the 2020 election given that set of circumstances? You effing potato.